Yeah. So, why do we have phosphorus in our body? Like, what is it good for?
Well, actually, phosphorus is very important for us. Um, have you heard of ATP, Jihan?
Yeah, I know. ATP, the energy molecule of our body, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's the energy molecule. The P stands for phosphorus, and it means that this energy molecule contains phosphorus, which is vital for us because we generate energy with these energy molecules. So without phosphate, we wouldn't be able to function right now.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah.
Now I remember it, like the adenosine 3 phosphate in here,
Yes.
inside of the ATP
Yes.
molecule. So phosphorus is very important for this molecule because it gives energy. So
Mhm.
it is pretty energetic stuff. It gives light, it gives energy. Light is a form of energy as well. So it does the same thing it does in the outside. Inside of our body, it continues to give energy.
That's
So
true.
yeah,
I never thought of it that way, but that's yeah.
it's pretty strange. So yeah, lots of stuff. So I'm curious about the third question.
Okay, then. So before we go to the third question, I want to ask you if there's someone who is very famous in the field of physics, but do you know who this could be? If I
In the
say
physics.
physics famous person,
Wow, there
can,
are lots of names. I am into physics a lot, but like I can go with Stephen Hawking, Einstein, or Newton, maybe the
yeah.
one of the dads of physics.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I give you another clue, maybe you'll find it then. But what if I say Apple?
Oh, then it should definitely be Isaac Newton.
Yes, yes, it's Newton. So our next question is going to be about Newton, and
I'm ready to see it. Pretty curious though.
why do
And
we?
this picture
Yeah,
is
okay.
actually this picture is the apple tree that
Yeah,
in inside of Newton's house, summer house.
yeah, but why do we associate Apple with Newton?
Oh,
Yeah.
because he like I think he observed the behavior of apple in a very different way. Apples were falling from tree to ground, and everyone was seeing the same thing. But Newton looked the same thing and asked a different question: why do they fall to the ground? And after these observations, actually, he came up with the law of gravity.
Yes, yes, exactly. So, apples fall from trees all the time, but when you choose to think differently about the fallen apple, it can lead to, many different discoveries. And in this case, maybe perhaps the most important discovery in the history of physics. So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Thanks to Newton.
Yeah, well, thanks to Newton. We know why apples fall down.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we ready for question three?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here's our question three. Newton was working from home when he separated sunlight into the colors of the rainbow. So why was Newton working from home?
Mm.
A, he was expelled from school.
Yeah.
B, there was a plague pandemic. C, it was summer break. D, he dropped out of school.
Oh, okay. So I have an idea in here.
Yes, I can't wait to hear it.
I think the home was a summer house, right? He might be in a summer break.
Yeah, yeah, I mean yeah. I can see that happening, yes. We all go on summer breaks and some of us make different discoveries during summer breaks. So
Yeah.
I can see how you think that,
But
yeah.
most of our viewers went with option B, which is there was a plague in pandemic.
Huh. Well, actually, most of our viewers gave the correct answer then because it was during the plague pandemic, just like we are in the middle of a pandemic right now, the COVID pandemic. And Newton was also working from home during a pandemic. And that's when he discovered that light could be separated into different colors. And, that's the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah, like
And
again, like everyone was looking to a rainbow, but he had a different perspective. I mean, what did he do in order to understand that, like, white color has all the colors?
so I mean, do you know how rainbows are formed, Jihan?
Rainbows, like
Rainbows.
they form after rainy weathers, right? But if there are like water droplets on the sky, and after that, if the sun starts shining again, those sunlights hit to water droplets, and we see rainbows, right? This is the
Exactly, yes.
explanation.
Yes. So basically, what happens is sunlight hits the rain droplets and then it refracts into different colors. And here in this picture, you can see that instead of the rain droplets, Newton used this prism to have the sunlight or light enter from the right side, and it would refract into all of these different colors, as you can see on the left hand side. And that's how you get a rainbow.
Yeah,
That's
it
how
is
he
the rainbow
discovered.
inside of a house.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I see rainbows in my house all the time, right? When light hits a glass or a prism in the right angle, you see that it separates into different colors.
So, like, why prism? Why a droplet? What is the effect of this prism or water droplets on sunlight?
So when light enters into another medium, it changes direction, and in this case, it refracts. So it basically it's because it changes mediums that it refracts into different colors. Am I right, Jihan? Or do you
Ye-
want to add anything?
No, 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 no. It's perfect. I mean, like, I'm really excited to like hear all about this. I know Newton made many discoveries that shaped the future of physics, but I didn't know the circumstances he was in during those inventions. Like, I have been working in my home for last 1.5 years now, Edith, and we are doing these kind of shows, and we are trying to come up with new products, new services in order to share this knowledge. And he
Mhm.
was doing the same when he was in quarantine during the plague, and he never stopped asking questions. That's what, like, I am curious about his motivation actually.
Yes, actually, me too. I think it's probably the will to find answers to different questions and the will to continuously ask questions and answer them. It's really about curiosity, I think. When you're curious about something, nothing can stop you. You're gonna find the answers to whatever question you have. And I
Oh,
think Newton did the same. And we are glad that he did the same because now we have a lot of answers to some important questions.
well, perfect to hear that. Like, I wonder how Newton was thinking about himself when he was doing these discoveries.
Yeah, actually, there's a quote of Newton that I love a lot,
Hmm.
and maybe if you go into the next slide, yes, here it says, "I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore." So
Well,
he thought
many
he saw
times.
himself like a boy, yes. But why? Why would Newton see himself as a boy?
Oh, it is. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. What Isaac Newton is trying to talk about is, I think, in here. If we see the world and keep asking questions, keep understanding it, uh, it will show new stuff, and uh, and I am thinking the feeling of a boy playing on the seashore, and it is all about joy, right? playing on the seashore. So asking questions brings joy. Like that's what I understood from this sentence.
Exactly. He really supported the way that children were, curious about everything, continuously asking questions and trying to make new discoveries. And when he looked at the seashore and the sea, he would see an ocean of knowledge that was just there available for him that he could just, look into more closely and ask more questions about, because when there's a vast amount of knowledge that is out there, you want to know more,
Yeah,
that it's
definitely.
endless.
Definitely. So we have an adventure into a mobile application that you and your friends developed, right?
Yes. Yeah, we did. So here you can see that on the Twin app, if you look at the right hand side, you can see the little adventures button. And then there, when you click on that, this adventure page opens up. And here there are some, animated movies, mini games, and you'll find some more information about light and Newton. So if you want to find more about what we just talked about, make sure to check this adventure out. And I think we have a small trailer here, do we, Jahan?
Twinner, SOS! As you can see, this island has turned completely black and white and lost its color. The islanders need our help. I was waiting for you. I say we learn a little bit about colors first and then jump into the car the islanders gifted us and solve this once and for all. You ready?
It sounds pretty funny, dude.
We had fun making it, so I hope our viewers will have fun.
I think they will definitely. So, like, go and try the adventure, mini games, interactive videos and animations in there, and let us know what you think about it.
Yes.
Thank you, Idil, to you and to other team members.
So are we ready for our next question then?